Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. Now, in today's part of video, we'll be doing Mathematics Syllabus T 2021 Paper 1. All right, without further ado, let's begin. First question over here, write 625 in index form as a power of 5. What do you mean by as a power of 5? Meaning 5 is the base and then 5 to the power. You want to answer as 5 to the power of something, correct? So what do we need to do for 625 now? We need to do our prime factorization by long division. 625 divided by 5 first. And what do we get? Give me 125 divide by 5 again, get the number 25. Then I'm going to continue to do division by 5 until I get it to become 1. So I'll divide by 115 to make it become 1. So in this case, this will be 5 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one will be 5 to the power of 4. Have you gotten the concept? Next, write 5 to the power negative 2 as a fraction in its simplest form. When we have a negative power, it means 1 over. And then 5 to the power of 2, 5 squared is actually 25. 1 over 25. Alternatively, you can key 5 to the power of negative 2 into your calculator. You will also get its answer. For this kind of question, right, try not to write the number in decimal place. It's easier to put it in exact value, the fraction form. So I'll prefer to write everything in fraction. Okay. Next question, question number 2. The table shows the temperature at midnight in each of the 5 towns. Which town, now they're asking you for the town, had the lowest temperature? So -6 is the coldest. So this one, town B. Do not write the number -6, write the town. Okay, how many degrees colder? How many degrees colder? So you take the larger number minus the smallest number. But town B and E, right? So town B, town E. So take the higher temperature, which is 4, minus the lower temperature, -6 degrees Celsius. So it's minus a negative number. It becomes 10 degrees Celsius. Remember to put in your units. Right? The larger minus the smaller one. Which of the following have the ratio in their simplest form? So for ratio, we can write it as a fraction, 18 over 30. To simplify it, 18 over 30. And then you get your answer 3 over 5 in your calculator. Sometimes you may get other numbers, for example, such as 4 over 2, and you get the answer 2. This is actually 2 is to 1, 2 over 1. Or alternatively, what you can do, you can divide by the common factors 2. Divide by 2, you get 9 and 15. Then you divide by another common factor 3, right? You get 3 is to 5 as well. So either way, you can still get your answer, 3 is to 5. Right? Next one, this is $5.20. I need to change this into the same kind of units. So this is cents, but this is dollar. $1 has how many cents? $1 has 100 cents. So this is 520 cents is to 20 cents. Right? So we get rid of the cents. Then now we can use our fraction, 520 over 20. 520 divided by 20, you get your number 26. Remember what is this? This is actually 26 over 1. So you can get your answer, 26 is to 1. All right. Alternatively, you can divide by the number 20. Right? So 520 divided by 20 give you 26. 20 divided by 20 give you 1. You can still get the answer. Have you gotten the concept? Next page. Now write this number in standard form. When we want to write a number in standard form, we need to have a number smaller than 10, bigger than 1, times 10 to the power of something. Okay, so in this case, we need to think, how are we going to put the decimal place to make the number become smaller than 10 but bigger than 1? So we will have to put our decimal place at 6.04, but this is 604, right? So 604, the decimal is original here. Here, I need to make it become 6.04. So I'm shifting by 2 places, right? This is a big number. I'm shifting by 1, 2. The decimal place is down here, right? Originally. So I'm shifting by 2 places. Now this is a large number, bigger than 1, a number bigger than 1. So you'll be times 10 to a power of positive number. So in this case, I'm multiplying by 10 2 times, so it's times 10 to the power of positive 2. Right, so this number will be 6.04 times 10 to the power of positive 2. All right, so first I must decide where to change the decimal place to, make it a number bigger than 1, smaller than 10. Then I need to think, oh, this is a larger number, larger than 1. So the power for 10 will be positive. But how many times do I need to multiply or shift the decimal places? So I shift it 2 times, so it will be 10 to the power 2. Next, write 1.4 times 10 to the power negative 2 as an ordinary number. As you can see, this is a negative power 2. So when it's a negative power, it means it's smaller than 1. Okay, smaller, then the number will be a smaller number, smaller than 1. So this will be 0 point something. So I started off with 1.4. I need to shift my decimal place 2 times to make it a number smaller than 1. So this one will be 1, 2. The decimal place ends here. So this will be 0.014. So write this as an ordinary number. So 0.014. Have you gotten the concept? Next question. Use the formula to find the values of V where U equals to this and this. So V is equals to U plus A T. Now when we have something like that, it actually means, bracket actually means multiplication. It actually means U equals to be A times T, okay? So what is the value for U? U is 50, so we have 50. A is the number 9.8, so we got 9.8 times T is the number 2, so we have times 2. So it's 50 plus 9.8 times 2 to give me the number 69.6. This is an exact value. Do not round it off to specific or nearest number or anything. So copy down the exact value. All right. All right, next one, this is a number pattern. You've noticed that this question is commonly being repeated, right? So you must know how to do this kind of question, okay? So from 7, how do you go to 11? I'll do a plus 4. 11 to 50 plus 4 plus 4. Write down the next number in the sequence. So you plus 4. 19 plus 4 will give me the number 23. Okay, and since this is always a plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, that means in my expression for the n term, that will be a plus 4n, right? So it's plus 4 with the n written to it, so it's 4 times n. Then next thing I need to think, what number plus 4 can give me 7? What number plus 4 can give me 7? So if I'm 7 minus 4, I'll get the number 3. So 3 plus 4 can give me 7. So in this formula will be 3 plus 4n. All right? Have you gotten the concept? Next question, number 7. Right? Simplify these. 2a plus 5 minus 2. So the 2, we need to multiply inside to the bracket. Remember to multiply to the one at the back as well. So, okay. So 2a plus 2 times 5 as well. Remember to take note of the back side. You must multiply. Okay, so minus 8. Then now we have 2a minus a, that will give you a plus 10. Have you gotten the answer? Next thing, factorize these. Now, some of you would like to use your calculator to help you. A equals to 1. This is 1 unit of x squared. Don't have square, it's just a equals to 1, okay? Then this one is positive 4, and c equals to negative 32. So some of you might want to use your calculator to help you, right? If you press your calculator, mode 522, or some of you will be mode 33, or some of you don't have a calculator mode, then we'll go through the correct working for it, okay? So A is 1, B is 4, C is negative 32, right? So in this case, we get our answer in the calculator. X1 is equals to 4, and our second answer is equals to negative 8. But when we want this kind of question for factorization, right, we need to get the answer in terms of 2 brackets. Writing 4 and negative 8 is not the correct answer. Okay, we need to think x squared. What times what gives me x squared? X times x gives me x squared. Okay, and if my calculator in my value, my calculator show that is 4, I'll need to use positive 4. I'll change the sign for it. And my calculator says it's negative 8, then I'll change the sign for it to become positive 8. Oh, sorry, this one over here. If it's positive 4, I'll change it to negative 4. If it's positive 8, I'll change it to negative 8. Let's check why is this so. 4 times 8 give you the number 32. X times 4 give you 4x with negative. 8 times x gives you 8x with a positive x. My question here was a positive 4x. So this will be a positive. 8 minus 4 will give you positive 4. Then my sign will be correct. So when we do factorization, yes, we can use our mode 33 or mode 522 to help us to get the answer. But we must remember to write it in terms of brackets, and we need to change the sign for it. Is that okay? All right, if not, then you do the manual working using your mathematical value deduction. So in this case, my answer will be x minus 4, x plus 8. So there's a difference between solving and factorization. This one say factorize. The moment you see the word factorize, you want 2 brackets. So you have your answer in brackets and use your calculator, but remember to change the sign for it. Okay, let's go on to the next question. This one is constructing an equilateral triangle. Unfortunately, I do not have my compass on soft copy to show you, but I have to inform you that if I want to do a create equilateral triangle using my compass, I'll measure and open up and measure. Okay, how to draw my compass? Open up the compass to this length itself. Okay, measure and open this length. Then what you need to do? You need to put your sharp point at here, and you swing, okay, such that you get an arc using the same length. Then put the sharp point at the end, create another arc over here, okay? And in order to get an equilateral triangle, all the measurements of the side should be the same. So later then I'll send you the answer for the construction question. Okay, write down the number of symmetry in an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, all the 3 sides are the same, all the 3 points and measurement and angles are the same. So you'll get an equilateral triangle, rotation, symmetry, all the 3. So if you turn it around 360 degrees, you'll see it exactly the same 3 times. All right. Next question, this one angle. So allow me to refresh your memory for angles. Letter F for corresponding angles on parallel lines, only if there are parallel lines, right? So letter F looks like that. Letter U, interior angles, or sometimes letter C, right? This one, A plus B gives you 180 degrees, interior angles on parallel lines. Then next one, letter Z. Letter Z, alternate angles. Sometimes the letter Z can appear in different form. right? Can appear like that as well, or sometimes it appears many different ways. So like that also can. Okay, so this is also alternate angles. So these are alternate angles on parallel lines. And last but not least, vertically opposite angles, right? Vertically opposite angles. All right. So now let's begin. Let's take a look at the question over here. They say using the letters on the diagram, write down one pair of angles that are corresponding. So for corresponding, we need to look for letter F. So we need to look for letter F, right? So let me find the parallel lines and that they have letters. So we'll be able to see that you have a pair of letter F. Okay, so this one over here, and then you have this angle and this angle. So you turn it the other way around, it's something like letter F. So this will be angle C and angle D. Okay, right? Of course, you can have the other pair of parallel lines over here, the another letter F, right? E and B will also be a pair of corresponding angles, so you can have another different pair of answer. Okay. Next one, then alternate angles. I want an alternate letter Z. So I'll try this, but I do not have an angle here. So this one cannot. So in this case, I spotted this. Right, this is also an alternate angle. So that will be F and the angle E. So this will be F and angle E. Next one, angles on a straight line, adjacent angles on a straight line are side by side each other. So adjacent angles on a straight line, you can have this one straight line, E plus D, or another straight line, B and C. So both are possible answers. So in this case, I just choose angle B and C. Have you gotten the concept? Next question. Now, calculate the area of the shape and all the intersecting sides meet at right angles. So everything is either a rectangle, okay, are all of them rectangles, right? So what I can do, I can cut it into different parts. Now, some students may think that this is 4 by 4. No, right? Your whole length here is 10 cm. The whole length here is 10 cm. This is 5 cm. So this side over here is 5 cm. So to get the area over here, this is 4 times 5. The area is 20. That means this is 5 cm. The area over here will be 5 times the length 10. 5 times 10 is 50. So our total area will be 20 plus 50 to give me 70. Have you gotten the concept? Okay, so please be sure not to make careless mistake, right? So this one, change your answer in part A to meter square. Now 1 meter equals to 100 cm, right? And I want to change from cm to meter. I need to divide by 100. But now I'm converting square meters, the area, and cm square. So I need to add a square to it. So 1 square meter square, 100 square cm square. So if I want to convert from cm square to meter square, I need to divide by 100 square. So I'm going to take this number 70 divide by 100 square. That's going to be a small number, and it gives me 7 over 1000, or rather 0.007 as the answer. All right, so remember, if you're getting area, so you need to square everything to get the area ratio. Next question, calculate the simple interest, all right? So let's recall the simple interest formula. Simple interest, I equals to PRT over 100. So I is the interest. They want to calculate the interest earned. And what is the P? P is the amount of money that is being invested or being borrowed. So this is the P. And interest rate, R for interest rate for percent. Per annum means per year. And the time period will be 6 years. So in this case will be 5,000 times the interest rate 4% over 100 times T, 6 years. and get my answer to be 1,200. Right? All the numbers, letters here, PRT is P times R times T. So there's a multiplication sign. Do not just write the numbers. Put either you can put bracket or you can put multiplication sign. All right, so this one will be $1,200. Okay, next question. A small TV is bought on hire purchase. What is hire purchase? Hire purchase means I'm not paying everything at one go. I'm paying in installments. So I pay certain things deposit and then I pay the remaining slowly over the period of time. Okay, the question says the deposit is $50 and there are 10 equal monthly, 10 of monthly, some amount monthly installment. I do not know what is this monthly installment. And the total cost of everything, if I add up everything, the total cost is $230. Right? So what do I need to do? I remove away my $50 first. So I'll take $230. I'll minus $50 first to know what is my total amount for installment. Right, $180. Right? So this means my installment over here gives me $180. Right? And it's split up into 10 equal monthly installment. So what do? I take my 180, I divide by 10. And that will give me 18. That means I pay $18 per monthly, right? Per month. So that will be my monthly installment. Okay, so this question needs us to work backwards. We do not know the monthly installment, but we know the total cost and the deposit. We take the total minus with the deposit to give me the total monthly payment. Then I split it up into 10 months, so divide by 10. Right, have you gotten the concept? Next question. Question trigonometry. In trigonometry, all right, when we do a right angle triangle, we need to think of two things to find length or whichever. Sometimes we can use Pythagoras theorem, right? The one that involves square root, something square plus something square, or something square minus something square. Or alternatively, we can do Tuakaso. All right, if we find length, we need to cross multiply, do multiply or division. If we find angle, we need to do inverse, right? Power inverse. First question, let's calculate the length for BC. Inside this question, I have 8, I already have 10. It's 2 lengths, no angles are involved, so we should use the Pythagoras theorem. Now, BC is the shorter side. Do we add or do we subtract? BC is the shorter side, so we subtract. What minus what? We take 10 square, remember, minus the 8 square, and then after that, we must take square root. So for Pythagoras theorem, length of BC, take 10 square minus 8 square. Okay, why is it not plus? Because it's not the hypotenuse. Only the hypotenuse, the longer side, you add them. 10 square is something square plus something square. But if it's a shorter one, it's not the hypotenuse, you subtract. So we 10 square minus 8 square. Square root, and you get your number 6. Right? So now I know this answer. Next, find the angle BAC. When we want to find angle, we must think of inverse, power -1, right? But which one to use? Let's take a look. This is my angle. Let's label the sides that we have, right? First one, this is opposite 90 degree. This is my hypotenuse. Next thing, this is the angle touching it. So it will be A, and this side not touching it will be opposite. Okay, for me, I will use the numbers that are given to me. So I'm given 8, I'm given 10. So I use A and H, right? So I'll not use O in this case. So which of the following got A and H? Tuaka and so only cosine have A and H. But since we are looking for angle, we shall do cosine inverse, right? So we'll do directly the angle, cosine inverse, no more equal sign, bracket, straight away, adjacent over hypotenuse. A over H. So the A is 8, hypotenuse is 10. So press shift cosine 8 over 10. Close your bracket. 36.8698 something something, but we only want one decimal place, so we round up. This one becomes 36.9 degrees. All right, I repeat again. I want to find the angle. Angle need to have inverse, but which angle and what am I going to use? Is it TYS also? So this is my angle A over here. Right, so this is my angle over here. Let's label the sides that I have. I know this is opposite the 90 degrees. So opposite 90 degrees, this one will be my hypotenuse. Right, the other side given to me, this is touching the angle, so it'll be adjacent. I want to use these two sides given to me so that I don't have careless mistake. So A and H will be cosine. So to find angle, you need cosine inverse, bracket, no more equal sign, bracket, 8 over H directly. All right, so to find angle, you do this. To find length, that will be in 2022 paper 1, right? That one you need to cross multiply or divide to find the length. All right, have you gotten the concept? Let's move on to the next question. Next question over here. This whole thing, the manufacturer forms, make it into a container for a new drink. The diagram shows a net where all their right angles. So later when they fold up, right, it will look something like this. Okay, it looks something like a box, or maybe I'll draw it the other way around. Okay, it will look like a rectangular. Okay, so this one is actually a rectangular cuboid. Okay, a rectangular cuboid, right? So this is actually a cuboid, or sometimes you can write a rectangular prism, also can, but it's just a cuboid, right? To calculate the volume of the drink that the container will hold when it's full to the nearest 10 cm cube. So in this case, I have my measurement, my cuboid here, right? So let us fill in the measurement for my cuboid. My length over here is 19.5 cm as shown here, right? Then this length over here is 6 cm as shown here. So this is 6 cm. And the height over here, this height is given to be this. So this height will also be 6 cm. So let me just change my measurements a bit. Right, so in order to find the volume, so the volume equals to length times breadth times height. So length is 19.5, breadth is 6, height is 6. I get 702 cm cube. But they want us to round it off to the nearest 10 cm cube. This is the ones placing. This is the tens placing. So our nearest 10, this is 0. So it'll be 70. But 70, this is 702. So it'll be changed to 700 cm cube. Nearest 10. Okay, have you gotten the concept? Next question, the containers are made of cardboard. 24 containers are packed into a large box for storage. Calculate the total area of cardboard used to make the containers in one large box. Okay, this question is a little bit, need to read the question a little bit. They say there are a total of 24 containers, and let us refer to our container. One container look like that. So this will be one container, right? So I have one container that looks like that. This one is 19.5, and there's 6 by 6. right? And they tell me there are 24 containers in one large box. So they want to make the area, so I need to find the total surface area for one container first. So the total surface area, I will have, firstly, this rectangle, which is the surface on top, 19.5 times 6, okay? 19.5 times 6, that will give me 117, the top surface. Now we know that the top and the bottom over here will also be the same area. So my top and bottom will have this thing times 2, right? Then next, I find another area over here. This surface area, this one for the side, this will be 6 by 6, right? So that will be 36. We got the left hand side and we also got the right hand side over here. So later on, we still need to multiply by 2. And we got another one, the one in front, this side over here. Okay, this one will be the front, and it will be the same as the back. So it will be 19.5 times 6, also 117. So this is also the same for the back, right? So total surface area for one container will be 117 plus 36 plus 117, everything multiplied by 2 because got front and back, top and bottom, left and right side. So everything will be times 2. So 117 plus 36. And one container, the area will be 540 cm square, right? They want 24 such containers. So total for 24 containers, that will give you 540 times 24. And I get my answer 12960 cm square. Okay, so the question need to read a little bit for me to understand. So I'm actually trying to find the surface area for total area for one container first, and then I find the total surface area for 24 containers. So each container have a top and bottom, right? Front and back, left side and right hand side, right? So you can find the different surface areas, then add them up together times 2. Now I'll continue to the last question. Question number 14, the table shows the entry charges for some of them at Zone 4 in Grand Peaks, right? Mr. Tan is an adult and you buy the tickets for the Empress Grandstand, so Empress, but which day is it cheapest? For Empress, we got, Empress have this 3, right? So 150, which day is the cheapest? So Friday will be the cheapest. Okay, so Friday is the cheapest, so answer will be Friday. Right. Next question. The question say Mrs. So wants to buy 2 adult package for Stanford Grandstand, adult, Stanford Grandstand. So only have this choice, $500. So 2 adults, 2 times 500 for the adults. Okay, 3 children tickets for Stanford. So 3 children for Stanford on Sunday. So only this one. So be plus 3 times 330. Right. Calculate the total that she needs to pay for all the tickets. So in this case, 2 times 500 plus 3 times 330, 1990. Then that will be the answer. Okay. Next question. A ticket agency offers a discount of 17% to any customer attending all the 3 days. 3 days, right? How much will the agency charge for an adult in Empress Grandstand for 3 days? Empress Grandstand for 3 days. For all 3 days, right? Adult, 1, 2, 3. These are 3 different prices. So let's find the original price first. $150, $270, and $400. $150, $270, and $400. The original price for all these, right? So the total is 150, 270, and 400. that will give you $820, right? 100% represents $820. Now, please try not to put equal sign. It's represent, their proportion is not equal to each other, okay? Then I want to offer a discount of 17%. Either I can find 17% first and then I subtract away, or for me, I'll just take 100 minus 17%. That will give me 83%. So I subtract away first. I scared I forget to do subtraction. So I'll minus away first and then I'll find 83%. Okay, some of you like to find 1% first, no problem. You take 100 divided by 100, $8.20. Then you multiply by 83. So 820 times 83, that will give you $600 and 60 cents. $680.60. Okay, so if you do the other way around, you find 17%. Remember to subtract to find the amount that is being charged. All right, with that, I come to the end of this paper. See you for the next session. Bye.